Dictation 87, 88, 100 words per minute. Sir, my friend may be in a better position to focus light on that problem, but we cannot forget that this shortage of fertilizers may also hit the agricultural production. Therefore, by the end of the fifth plan, we would like to produce nearly 7 million tons of fertilizers within the country. Similarly, the agriculturists require credit facilities. In this context, the short-term annual agricultural credit, which is of the order of rupees 700 crores, will go to nearly 1300 crores in this year. Regarding medium-term loans and the long-term loans for the agriculturists, including commercial credits, the Honorable House will be happy to know that that amount will be of the order of rupees 2000 crores by way of credit coming from the commercial banks. Sir, this decision is to protect and finance the agriculturist so that he comes forward with better production. Similarly, we are taking some additional care. We are creating a lot of irrigation potential. The dams are constructed, but then there is no proper developmental activity. Crores of rupees of investment is there on dams, but we do not get adequate food. We have decided to take up 55 command areas in the country for development, and there we have requested all the state governments to create specific authorities who will be in a position to take major steps in that direction in having a production pattern. They will also produce requisite agricultural commodities. Here I will not encroach on the time of the colleague. We have taken to see how we can have better fisheries, better pulses, and all those requirements which are facing today. Several programs are already undertaken. I am not going to say that we will do. We have already taken steps, and in this effect has started yielding good results also. One of the programs is the drought-prone area program. The House is aware that in the name of drought relief, while the whole plan for a district like Jodhpur was of the order of rupees 4 crores in the fourth plan, within the last 3 years we have spent nearly 15 to 16 crores of rupees in that very district. As regards raising the credit deposit ratio, huge amount of money will be at the disposal of the commercial banks in spite of the restrictions imposed by the Reserve Bank of India, and they will go on lending money to the commercial sector. This will again add to the money supply in the market. Therefore, I would like to draw the attention of the Finance Minister to this so that he takes note of the situation and try to rectify the position as far as possible. With regard to black money, no doubt black money is a very serious problem in this country today. It has done very serious damage to the economy of this country. There is no doubt that it be curbed. Mr. Vice Chairman, Sir, I welcome this bill which has come before this House. It is a very vital question affecting the economy of the country, affecting the social life of our country, and affecting the national objectives that we have set before ourselves. The debate in this House has given an opportunity to government to find out the views of honorable members on this very important matter. As the House is aware, the central government, after the Vanchu Committee's final report was placed on the table of the House, has been trying to elicit public opinion on this very vital matter. A seminar of economists was held in which a large number of well-known economists took part and expressed their opinions on the various recommendations of the Vanchu Committee. The fifth or sixth meeting of the Consultative Committee of the Finance Ministry devoted 2 days for a threadbare discussion of the various recommendations of the Vanchu Committee. Many private seminars have also been held and views have been expressed which have been taken note of by the government. Sir, both the Houses of Parliament had the opportunity to discuss this matter, and the views of honorable members will be very useful for the government to come to the conclusions on the various aspects of the Vanchu Committee report. So much has been talked here about the interim report, and I shall refer to it later on, as it will be necessary for me to indicate the action taken. The final report was submitted on 24th December last year. Some of the recommendations in the final report have also been implemented through the Finance Act. They are mainly in tightening the provisions relating to exemptions of the income or wealth of charitable or religious trusts and various other things connected with the trusts, then enabling the central government to enter into tax treaties with foreign countries for exchange of information for preventing evasion or avoidance of all direct taxes and recovery thereof. Sir, the final report of the committee consists of about 390 recommendations, out of which 213, if accepted by the government, will require legislative action. A cell consisting of a joint secretary and a deputy secretary is already processing the report, and many of these recommendations have already been processed by this cell, by the Direct Taxes Board, and by the Committee of Secretaries, and they have been sent to the Finance Minister, and many recommendations have also been seen by the Finance Minister, and certain views have already been formed. Honorable members will realize that when there are about as many as 213 recommendations which will require legislative action, it is a long process. The Law Ministry will have to be consulted and legislation drafted, and the object of the Finance Ministry is to bring forward a comprehensive legislation as early as possible, so that the various recommendations of the Vanchu Committee are implemented.
अगर आपको हमारा डिक्टेशन अच्छा लगता है, पसंद आता है तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, जिससे कि आने वाला नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सके।